This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Here now's the news for Wednesday, June 24th of 2026, and there's going to be some rants in this one. So, for those people that say, all you do is complain, well, you're going to be getting some rants today. So, get ready for some more complaining. And we're going to start with one already. Cinderella Dream Lights will not return for 2026 holiday season at the Magic Kingdom. I'm going to tell you something that really probably no one wants to hear, but it's probably the truth by now. Those lights, they're never going to come back. They're never coming back. I don't know why Disney hasn't said anything. They just said they're not coming back for the 2026 holiday season. They're never coming back. We are never getting those back. I will eat my shoe. I will eat my shoe if we get those back. Look, I loved the Castle Dream Lights. They were spectacular. They were gorgeous. Everybody loved those. They got rid of those really during after COVID. They got rid of the dream lights, and then with the Cinderella Castle repainting, and then the repainting of the castle, they've decided that they're not doing the dream lights anymore. And here's the real reason behind it is because people were complaining that it ruined their once in a lifetime pictures. Okay, because obviously there was a crane that had to be brought in to the Magic Kingdom to place the lights on Cinderella Castle. People were complaining too much that the crane was ruining their once in a lifetime photos. So that's why that's really why Disney got rid of the dream lights. And probably the other side of it was money as well. So look, we are never getting the dream lights back. I'm sorry. I really hate to tell you that, but we're not getting them back. They're never coming back. All right. I will eat my shoe. I will eat my shoe if they come back. All right. And I will admit that I was wrong. But nope. They are never coming back. All right. So, for people that are like, oh, the dream lights are going to come back. Nope. They are gone. All right. They are completely gone. They are never coming back. All right. And I know some people are going to come in. They're going to be like, you're just being negative and you don't know and you don't understand and blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry. I am plugged into this community 365 days a year. Okay. I know everything that's going on around Walt Disney World. Okay. Because I am in this community 365 days a year. All right. So I know everything that's going on in this, that goes on at this resort. All right. So I can honestly tell you that the Cinderella dream lights are never coming back. Never coming back. Okay. Again, I will. If they actually do return, then I will be the first one to admit it and say, I was wrong. Okay. But no. Walt Disney World is not going to spend the money to put the dream lights on that castle. Okay. And to have so many of the guests complain, which look, I don't support either. Okay. I don't support either. All right. You are Walt Disney World. Okay. You are supposed to be above the people that are complaining. Okay? And you are not supposed to cave into the people that complain about this stuff. Okay? So, I don't agree with, I don't agree with Walt Disney World caving in and saying, you know what? Well, we're not going to ruin people's once in a lifetime pictures because we want to put up the pretty lights. I'm sorry. People can get over it. People can get over it. All right. I don't care if it ruins their once in a lifetime pictures. I really, really don't. Okay. Because the minute that they see that at night, the castle all lit up at night, they're going to forgive you. They are absolutely going to forgive you. Okay. Anyone that doesn't like the castle dream lights, they are insane. Okay, they are insane people. Okay, I've never met one, but for the once in a lifetime people that are like, it ruins my pictures to have the crane there, blah 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 blah. Okay, you are Walt Disney World. You are Walt Disney World. You are supposed to be the gold standard of theme park. Okay, of theme parkdom. Okay, you are not supposed to be listening to all the naysayers, and you just focus on doing the best damn job you can. All right. So, for them to get rid of this is outrageous. This is outrageous. It's ridiculous. And I'm sure it's money as well. Okay, it's money, and it's not just because of the guests. Okay, it's not just because of, a lot of people were complaining that they had their once in a lifetime photos ruined because of a crane. Okay, I'm sure money had something to do with it. But if it was just because of people's pictures were being their once in a lifetime pictures being ruined because of a crane, I don't care. I couldn't care less. All right, because if they were to see that at night, if they were to see Cinderella Castle lit up at night, they would totally forgive Disney. But Disney chose not to do that. So that is outrageous. That is totally outrageous. Okay? That is ridiculous. And we need to go after Disney for that. Okay? We will never forgive them for taking that away from us. Okay? We already lost the Osborne light, the Osborne spectacle of lights. Was that what it was called? I think. So we already lost that. And then on top of that, to lose the dream lights, I'm sorry, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. And we cannot allow that to happen. Big Top Souvenirs gets new roof. Pete's Silly Sideshow prepares for reopening at the Magic Kingdom. So they put a brand new roof on the facade. It looks great. It's a different color. I think the old one was kind of a red color. This one is more. I believe this one is more blue. So that's kind of interesting to see. I'll have to, when I go to the Magic Kingdom next, I'll have to, keep my eyes open for this. But look for a reopening date any day now. Look for a reopening date any day now. Because I think Pete's Silly Sideshow is really getting close to being completed. All right, now here's my next rant, okay? Disney's Grand Floridian Gingerbread House display has been permanently retired. I am so flabbergasted. I don't understand why Walt Disney World takes away the things that we love the most. All right? In the beginning, I understand, they were doing work on the Grand Floridian, so they didn't want, the gingerbread house display to be in conflict with the construction. I get that. And now they've basically said, nope, we're not going to spend the money anymore. Sorry, we're not doing the gingerbread houses anymore. That is outrageous. That is another outrageous thing. I can't even believe that after all these years, the Grand Floridan is not doing their gingerbread house display anymore. That is totally outrageous. Totally outrageous. Again, I can't believe that Disney would do something like that. All right. So now that's two great offerings that we used to have gone. Really three. If you want to count the Osborne Spectacle of Lights, that's three. Okay. And look, with the Osborne Spectacle of Lights, I get it. I understand. You know, they put Galaxy's Edge there, so obviously they couldn't do the lights anymore. It's still sad that we lost the Osborne Spectacle of Lights. It's still sad. On the other hand, I understand why they got rid of it, because they put in a whole new land with the Castle Dream Lights and the gingerbread house display at Grand Floridan. That was unacceptable. That was just totally unacceptable. That was because nobody wanted to spend the money. They didn't want to spend the money anymore. And they're like, it's fine. It's okay. People aren't going to care. Well, I got news for you. Okay. There's people out here. There's people out there that absolutely care. Me being one of them. Okay. And for a person that just spent 6 minutes ranting about them getting rid of the Castle Dream Lights, getting rid of the gingerbread houses is on the same level. And Disney should absolutely be reprimanded for that. We should absolutely go after them, because there's no excuse. There's no excuse. All right. So, again, for those that say all you do is complain. Well, I complain about stuff that needs to be complained about. And these are two of the things that need to be complained about, because Disney should not get away with this, and they cannot get away with this. All right. So again, I'm sorry if people are like, all you do is complain. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I care a lot about this resort. I'm sorry that I care so much about this company. All right. So again, I'm sorry that it offends you that I care so much about the Walt Disney Company, and it really hurts my heart when they take shortcuts or they're not up to the gold standard. All right. So again, I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, if that rubs you the wrong way, but Walt Disney, well, I should say, the Disney theme parks are supposed to be the gold standard. They are supposed to be the gold standard, all right, of cleanliness, of the overall experience, and the cast members. They're supposed to be the gold standard, and when they aren't, I absolutely go after them. So I'm absolutely going after them with these two things, because it's outrageous. It is outrageous, and it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But those are my two rants. People are going to be like, you just complain too much. Well, yeah, I complain when Disney does crap like this, because there's no excuse. There's really no excuse for that. All it is, it's money. It's money. That's all it is. Okay? They just didn't want to spend the money to either A, put up the dream lights, or B, put up the gingerbread houses. All right? So I think that's dumb. That is outrageous. It's dumb. It's asinine. And we need to go after them for that. But now let's get on to some good news now, because we need good news now. Walt Disney Imagineering files 2 permits for the new Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. So we are, fast approaching that July, July 6th closing date. I'm blocked out during that time, so I'm going to be going July 1st to say my goodbyes. But they're already filing permits for Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress overhaul. And that's another story. That's another rant for another day. I've already done 2, so I'm not going to do a third, but maybe on Friday's show or something, I'll do a rant on Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. I know people are upset about it, but I'll definitely let you know how I feel about it. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party 2026 dates and details have been announced. Definitely go online. Walt Disney World's website has all the details and the dates and the pricing. Spoiler alert, pricing went up, as it always does, but, everybody complains every year that it's gone up. Well, yeah, they've done, it's gone up every single year. I don't know why you're surprised, but whatever. It's fine. But again, go onto Disney's website, or if you have the app, look on the app for all the details, and more details to come soon. And speaking of which, Jollywood Nights is actually extending into January of 2027. So there's more dates for Jollywood Nights, which is actually my favorite Christmas party. I think it's a lot better than Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, if we're being honest. But more opportunities to see Jollywood Nights, which is fantastic. I love that event. Even more opportunities to go to Jollywood Nights now. Select July dates are now good to go days for annual pass holders. They are the 8th, July 8th and July 9th. There's probably going to be more good to go days added to the calendar, so make sure you keep a lookout for it. Again, you all know how I feel about the reservation system. I think it's dumb at this point. It's pretty stupid. And if you're going to add good to go days, I mean, again, why do we still have the reservation system? Which, again, it seems dumb to me, but I don't know. Maybe someone at Disney, a number cruncher at Disney, sees the numbers and, maybe that's good for them keeping the crowds down. I don't know, but, I would love to know the reasoning behind, the reservation system, keeping that for annual pass holders. I would really love to know the details for that. Because I think that was just dumb. That was just dumb. 6 Ravens window displays have been installed at Disney Springs. So they're getting this location, trying to get this location up and going. We don't have an opening date as far as I know. I could be wrong about this. I'll have to do some more research. Maybe on Friday, if I have a reopening date, or an opening date, I'll let you know. But as far as I know, we don't have an opening date yet. But they're getting this building ready and hopefully not too much longer. Disney's Wilderness Lodge air conditioning problems continue. So if you follow on social media, Wilderness Lodge's air conditioning units went out. It went out at the worst possible time. I mean, right now in Florida, it is horribly hot and humid. So it's just a horrible time for the air conditioners to go out. Hopefully, sooner rather than later, they'll fix this problem. But man, I really feel bad for these people that are in Wilderness Lodge right now. I really hope that Disney has maybe given them a different room at a different resort or something, because if they haven't, that's terrible. That is terrible. If any of you have had a Wilderness Lodge booking right now, and if you don't have air conditioning, let me know if Disney has done anything for you or not. I would hope that they would, but I haven't heard anything. But again, I don't know. So if you know the answer, please feel free to comment below. Disney prepares for Germany Pavilion exterior refurbishment at Epcot. So, probably just some minor refurbishment, just probably just general maintenance, wear and tear, probably, painting and such. So fun fact about the Germany Pavilion, there was actually supposed to be a ride in that pavilion, which is why when you walk by the Germany Pavilion, and if they built the archway, so there's a great big archway and it's shaded and it's pushed in. So if you've walked past the Germany Pavilion and you've wondered why it's so shaded and pushed in back there, is because there was supposed to be a ride. There was supposed to be a river ride. It was a dark ride called the Rhine River Cruise. Unfortunately, with budgets and such, it got scrapped. So that never happened. But they did build part of the exterior. So if you wonder why there's a mural in the back of the pavilion and it's pushed back, is because that's where the line was supposed to be for the ride. I don't know if they built the show building or not. I don't think they did, but that's your fun fact, is there was supposed to be a ride in that pavilion and we never got one. World Celebration Reflecting Pool has been painted at Epcot. The reflecting pool has been painted at Epcot. I don't know if this was some kind of a refurbishment or what. Again, I'll have to follow this for more details. Again, maybe on Friday I'll have some more details, or if any of you know the story behind this, again, comment, because I don't know too much about this. Building extended near Haunted Mansion at the Magic Kingdom. So again, this is where the Cars themed area is going, and then of course there's going to be a path that goes behind the Haunted Mansion. So they are starting to kind of build more pathways and such. So again, we are still years away from Cars Land, or from almost said Cars Land, the Cars themed area. It's not a land, it's an area. Not like Villains. Villains is going to be a land. Villains is absolutely going to be a land. The Cars part of Frontierland is just an area with now obviously 2 attractions and such. But it's not going to be like a full-blown land like they have at California Adventure, which is what I was hoping we would get. We would be getting a Cars Land, but unfortunately that's not happening. We're just getting we're just getting an area with 2 attractions, which is still good, which is still great. I just would have preferred the land, but again, I know people are going to be like, they replaced Tom Sawyer Island, and it's okay. I'm sorry. I feel the same way, because they're replacing my beloved Muppets Courtyard with Monsters Inc. Okay, so I feel you. All right. And our last story is, speaking of Villains Land, fresh sand and site grading marks future Villains Land building locations. So they are starting to mark where the buildings are going to go and the ride and such. So they're gonna now they're starting to mark those locations. So when they do finally get down to construction, like full-blown construction, they'll know where stuff goes and everything. So, but again, we are still a long way away from Villains. Long way away. I would probably say, if I had to guess, maybe 4 years. I would say by 2030 we would get Villains. But again, that's anyone's guess. We don't really know. We're just guessing, but Villains Land is going to take a long time to do. So I would probably guess it's going to take at least 4 years for them to build this thing. So, but we'll just have to wait and see with that. So, but there you are. There's your news for this Wednesday. If you like this video of me ranting and raving, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to this channel for more content. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. I will see you right back here on Friday for Friday's news show. Until then, y'all keep each other safe and healthy. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.